Yeah. And so what I wanted to, I'll hold it for you.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got it. I've got it.
Okay.
Yeah. What I wanted to ask you is, what's your full name?
My full name is Alyce Caroline Hammond.
Uh-huh. And you were born where?
I was born here in Nevada City, right across the street, in 1925.
Here at this Nevada City Sanitarium? Is that
Yeah.
what they called it?
Yes. I was in the Nevada City Sanitarium in 1925. I was born and had the same nurses that we fortunately are dedicating today.
And where did you grow up? Did you grow up here?
I grew up, I lived in Nevada City until I was in the 4th grade. Then we moved to Grass Valley. And I lived in Grass Valley until I was 40, 50 years old.
Mm-hmm.
I lived in San Francisco while my husband was going to school. I lived in Alaska. I lived in Fairbanks, Alaska. I managed a pipeline camp in Prudhoe Bay, Alaska. I've lived in Hawaii. I lived in the middle South Pacific.
What was your husband's occupation?
My husband was a contractor. He was a contractor.
Oh, so he built things in all those locations?
Yes.
I see.
Yeah.
And an attorney.
So, yeah.
Is he
So
also an attorney?
yes, actually, my husband was an attorney, and he was attorney in Grass Valley.
I see.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And that
Yeah.
last name Hammond. Oh, who is she?
Is my father was Art Hammond. When I was born, he was driving bus from Nevada City to Grass Valley. And I can remember many times when I was 5 years old, I was allowed to walk down the 3 blocks from our house downtown to catch the bus down at the foot of the hill and go to Grass Valley for a big ride on the bus.
That's great. I like that.
Yeah. And I had lunch with my daddy.
Well, was your father, where was he born?
Where was
Where was your dad born?
My dad was born in Nevada.
In Nevada. What
in-
town in Nevada?
Well, he was born in a little town that was right outside of what's the one under Reno?
Elko?
Elko. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
And when he moved to Grass Valley, what was his
I really don't know when he moved here, because he lived here when my sister was. No, they didn't live here when my sister was born. So they moved up here sometime. Well, before I was born.
In his occupation was what?
He worked in the mines at that time.
He worked in the mines.
Yes.
Do you know what mine he worked in?
Idaho, Maryland.
The Idaho, Maryland.
Uh-huh.
A lot of people work in the Idaho, Maryland mine.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and do you know when he stopped working at the Idaho,
Uh,
Maryland?
he was skip tender.
He was a
Skip tender.
skip tender.
And
What does that mean?
well, they had skips to get down to the flats in the mine. And so he was a skip tender that took the workers down. And they were building the 3rd floor of the mine, of the Idaho, Maryland mine.
That's really interesting.
Yeah. And so he worked there for many, many years. And he had been injured, so that's why they gave him the job of being skip tender, so he didn't have to muck in the mines anymore.
Good. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of miners were injured and some were even
Yeah.
killed in
Yeah.
mining accidents.
Yeah.
It was a dangerous occupation.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a very bad back.
Oh, I can imagine.
Yeah.
Well,
So I've always been very pleased and very proud to be born in Nevada County, because I think to me it sort of is history. You know, it's different than a city. You're born amongst a wonderful country of people, and like all the neighbors just spoiled me all my life. When I would go down to meet my daddy, who was driving the bus when I was only 5, my neighbors would pick me up from my gate and take me past their gate to the next person's, and the next one owner would take me there to the next block to the next person, and she would walk me down the hill to the plaza right down here to meet the bus.
So when your father was driving the bus, this was after mining?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, before and after.
Before and after?
Yeah.
And
yeah.
so
No.
what did he work for? What was the bus company?
Well, he worked at Idaho, Maryland.
Oh, so the bus was probably owned and operated by Idaho, Maryland?
No, the bus was separately operated. The name just flew through my head. The bus was owned by another person, and Daddy was
I was
his.
curious. Yeah.
Daddy was his bus driver, and the name flew right out of my mind. So
That's all right.
I'm sorry with my age. I have that problem.
Well, I have a question for you. Who's this lady right here?
Oh, this young lady was a lady that lived right next door to me.
15 years.
When,
Had the pleasure.
she lived right next door to me when I lived over on Clark Street.
I see.
So,
So you guys lived on Park.
On
Yeah.
Clark
Oh, Clark?
Street, yes.
Clark Street.
Clark.
Okay.
But I now live at the Bret Hart.
Got it. At the Bret Hart's a nice
Yeah.
place. I like the Bret
It is.
Oh, it's a great place to live.
Hart. I've known a few people.
Wonderful.
Independent living. She's still independent.
It's fabulous. And how old are you?
I will be
My
not.
goodness.
I will be 99 years old in
Oh,
December.
congratulations.
That means she's finished with 99.
Yeah.
Oh, my. For the interview.
Oh,
Appreciate
well,
it.
thank you. I think this is wonderful to have this.
Well, you're going to help out everybody in Nevada County.
Right.
And that's why we're here. We want to have our younger people learn about their history.
I think
So
so.
it's so important, we feel.
Yes, and people don't realize what the situations were in living that long ago.
They don't. They don't think about it until you kind of hit them over the head with it sometimes.
Right.